Welcome back to our channel. We bring you breaking developments straight from the West Philippine Sea. What was supposed to be a major highlight of the annual Balikatan 40 to 2025 joint military exercise between the Philippines and the United States has taken an unexpected turn. The highly anticipated maritime strike, or Marstrike, live-fire component has been canceled after the designated target vessel sank before the event could even begin. Here's everything you need to know. Earlier today, at around 7:20 in the morning, the decommissioned Philippine Navy vessel BRP Miguel Malvar, also known as PS-19, sank in the waters approximately 30 nautical miles west of San Antonio, Zambales. The ship had already been prepared for its final role as a live-fire target for the Marstrike exercise. In accordance with environmental protocols, the vessel was thoroughly cleaned and prepped for this purpose. However, as it was being positioned in the designated operational area, the ship began taking on water and ultimately sank before the live-fire drills could commence. Fortunately, no personnel were injured in the incident, and the sinking occurred exactly where it was intended to serve as a target. Still, the premature sinking meant that the physical live-fire component had to be called off. The maritime strike, or Marstrike, is one of the most anticipated components of Balikatan, a joint U.S.-Philippine military exercise held annually to bolster interoperability, readiness, and regional security cooperation. Marstrike is designed to test and demonstrate the joint capability of both forces in conducting coordinated maritime strikes involving naval, aerial, and ground-based firepower. This year's Marstrike was supposed to highlight the integration of cutting-edge targeting systems, live missile launches, and synchronized operations between the Philippine and U.S. Armed Forces. It was expected to be a show of force aimed not just at training, but also at deterring threats in the region, particularly amid rising tensions in the South China Sea. The BRP Miguel Malvar has had a long and storied service life. Originally a U.S. Navy ship commissioned during World War II, it was transferred to the Philippine Navy in the 1970s. For decades, PS-19 was among the workhorses of the fleet, even as its age became more apparent. Eventually, the ship was decommissioned and selected as a suitable target for Marstrike, given that it was no longer seaworthy for operational duty. Repurposing decommissioned ships for target practice is a standard practice among militaries worldwide. It allows for realistic training while safely disposing of obsolete vessels, once the necessary environmental precautions are taken. So, what does the cancellation of the live-fire component mean for Balikatan 2025? Beyond its training function, this year's Marstrike was symbolically important. The use of the BRP Miguel Malvar as a target underscored the Philippine Navy's shift from legacy platforms to a more modern, capable fleet. It reflects broader modernization goals under the revised AFP modernization program and the recently launched Rehorizon 3 phase, which prioritizes territorial defense and maritime domain awareness. The exercise was also expected to demonstrate the impact of integrated targeting networks, where data from drones, satellites, and naval radar systems feed into real-time strike decisions, a capability both militaries have been working to refine. Analysts were particularly watching for signs of interoperability between Philippine and U.S. missile systems, especially with recent efforts to expand the Philippines' coastal defense capabilities. While the sinking of the target vessel halted the live demonstration, military insiders say that rehearsing the full digital kill chain in simulations is just as critical. The technologies and decision-making protocols being tested here will form the backbone of future joint operations, not just for drills, but for real-world contingencies in contested waters like the West Philippine Sea. While the physical Marstrike live-fire drill has been canceled, the exercise itself continues in a modified form. According to military officials, elements of Marstrike will still be carried out as part of a command post exercise. This means that Philippine and U.S. forces will continue to rehearse fire missions in a simulated environment, using virtual and constructive scenarios. These simulations are designed to test the integration of ground, air, and maritime sensors and shooters into a cohesive joint fires network. The objective remains the same: to strengthen combined war-fighting capabilities and reinforce command and control across both forces. Despite the cancellation of the live fire event, safety protocols remain in place. The notice to mariners and notice to airmen around the Marstrike location are still in effect. These notices restrict access to ensure the safety of military operations, and authorities are thanking the public, especially local fishermen and aviators, for their cooperation. As for the operational impact, experts say the overall training goals of Balikatan 2025 will still be met. Though the physical strike on the BRP Miguel Malvar didn't take place, the technical, strategic, and collaborative elements of the exercise are proceeding as planned. This year's Balikatan is one of the largest to date, involving thousands of troops, cutting-edge equipment, and multi-domain exercises across land, sea, and air. The cancellation of a live-fire drill is unusual but not unprecedented. Training exercises often face adjustments due to weather, logistics, or, in this case, unexpected technical failures. What matters most is that both militaries continue to learn, adapt, and improve their operational readiness. Amid ongoing maritime disputes in the South China Sea, Balikatan 2025 sends a clear signal. The Philippines and the United States remain committed to their alliance and to defending freedom of navigation and territorial integrity in the region. While it's unfortunate that the Marstrike live fire didn't go as planned, Balikatan 2025 continues to be a powerful demonstration of Allied cooperation and military capability. The sinking of BRP Miguel Malvar marks the end of a ship's long legacy, and perhaps a new chapter in how the Philippines modernizes its fleet and training standards moving forward. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor developments and bring you updates on Balikatan 2025 and regional defense affairs. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on defense, security, and maritime affairs. This has been your update. Salamat, and stay safe.